Welcome to WDEX 2021. Wow. 2021's here. I'm here. You're here. We're all doing this thing live again and again and again. And I'm committed to the excellence of 2021. And I wanted to just kick it off. I just wanted to talk to you, though, a little bit about 2020 for the first time is a vision in our hindsight, not in our forward thinking. 2020 is behind us. I don't want to dwell on 2020. But the story I want to talk to you about today, the story about you, the story about me, the story about us is what happened in 2020. So I want to give you the 5 to thrive in 2021, how to leave that dastardly land of quo behind you. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. You see, the land of quo is something I wrote about in the first book called Wired Differently. And I actually tried to put the book to bed after Christmas. But the funny thing is that I had kind of a resurgence of people reading it and people buying it for Christmas. And it was really a fun experience. And I got to thinking about the land of quo, the dastardly land of quo. I mean, 2020 epitomizes what the land of quo is. 2020 is actually what the land of quo is. 2020 allowed us to actually be told what to do. 2020 was the piece that told us how to do things, the area, this old epitomizing of what the land of quo is. I mean, if I think about it, if I was to do it all over again, 2020 would have actually been the name, the land of quo. I would have changed the name of the land of quo to actually the land of 2020. See, 2020, we were told what to do. 2020, we were told when to wear a mask. We were told to wear a mask. In 2020, we were told to stay in home. In 2020, we were literally arrested in parts of this country for not being at home. In 2020, we were drugged out of public places for not wearing masks. In 2020, we were literally beaten and pushed and bullied around and smugged and smeared in public places if we were just exercising our rights, our God-given rights, our natural constitutional rights. We were pushed around and forced to be by the man, by the government. If that's not land of quo, I don't know what it is. So here's what I'm trying to tell you today is I want to give you the 5 to thrive in 2021. I want to help you leave the land of quo. I want to help you leave. Yeah, I get it. I get it, man. I mean, I get it loud and clear. We're still going to be wearing masks for a while. We still need to keep social distance for a while. And I am not that guy. Okay, at first, I was a little pretty pissed off about the mask and people telling me what to do. I'm wired differently. And I know you're wired differently. And I know people out there have all different beliefs. And I do want to send the right message here. Wear your mask. Even if you don't believe in it, when you're in a public place and you're around people, put your mask on. Because the Bible will tell us, I will tell you, you will tell your children to respect other people's beliefs. They have every right to fear this disease. I fear the disease. We all have to have a socially acceptable respect for this disease. But come on, man. Let's get out of the land of quo. Let's not have the government. I don't care if you're on the right side or the left side or down the middle. Let's not have them change who we are as human beings. You see, the whole process that we're going through is altering us. It's altering us, and we have to change the way we're thinking because we were going down the right track in some ways, in many ways for the economy and life, and we're all having a little bit of fun. And yeah, we picked a few fights with Trump and Biden and all those people, but by and large, we were all kind of getting along and spending money and having some fun. And then boom, the COVID schmovid hit, rocked our world, right? And it forced us to retreat. It forced us to think differently, not in a good way, but differently than from our normal wired differently mentality, because our wired differently mentality is made for us to go, not to sit at home, not to look for problems. We want to go out and seek and conquer. And I'm giving you permission today. I'm the Wired Differently guy. I can give you permission to do it. I'm doing it right now. No one can stop me. I own the trademark. I own the registration. No one can say you can't be wired differently because I am wired differently. I wrote the book. I wrote the second book. I'm writing the third book. I registered the trademark. I own it. I know my damn brand, damn it. I didn't plan any of this. I got to tell you, I got a lot to go through here, but I'm just telling you, it's time to giddy up now. It's time to pour it on. 2021 is going to be a year of positivity. Now, I guess we're going to start off a little slow, but we're not going to do that. That's why differently people are not going to do it because we got a plan. I got 5 to thrive in 2021. And here's how we're going to leave this land of quo. And if you don't know what the land of quo is, I want to just share it with you. The land of quo is a really desperate place. All of us have been there. And all of us have been wallowing it in 2020. You see, the land of quo is a real comfort zone. It's a place where the status quo is around you everywhere you go. The same car, the same people, the same food, the same negative talk, the same, oh, him or her or this or that or Biden or Trump or this, that status quo of that negativity, that thing that just makes us feel comfort in our own shortcomings so we don't push forward. Well, once you get into the status quo of so many different things, your entire environment becomes the land of quo. And the land of quo is really a desperate, lonely place. It's kind of like an effervescent tablet. You know, like an Alka-Seltzer tablet. You take those tablets and you drop them in a glass of water. Plop. Plop. And it fizzes. And you watch that fizz miraculously just disappear. And at the end of the fizz, at the bottom of the glass, is just sediments. And this is 2020. That Alka-Seltzer is 2020. Matter of fact, I took a lot of Alka-Seltzer in 2020 because of my stomach and because of my brain, right? Man, that's the land of quo. We got to get out of that land of quo. 2021, let's get out. Let's reach for more. Let's be more. Let's not worry about what one governmental influence is going to do to us or may do to us. Yeah, no, I'm not going to hide it. I really like Trump economics. But I can't sit around and wonder what's going to happen. I got too many people counting on me, and so do you. So do you. You have to go. You have to figure things out. You have to go or you're in quo. You have to go or in the land of quo. So here's the 5 to thrive in 2021. How to leave the land of quo. Here's what we got. 5 mores to thrive. 5 mores to thrive. Here's the point of what I'm trying to tell you. Successful people are simply wired differently. And I want you to be wired differently. And I know I'm talking about my book, but I'm also just talking about the pure fact that successful people, from Bill Gates, from Steve Jobs to Elon Musk, these guys are just wired differently. And you're just as good as those people. You just have your own originality. You just have your own place to fit. And you have to start thinking purposefully. Have any of you ever heard the term neuroplasticity? Oh, yeah. We're getting out the smart bomb right now. Has any of you heard the term neuroplasticity? Neuroplasticity. Have you heard it? Well, you need to remember what that is. Neuroplasticity is a relatively new word. Neuroplasticity I'm just checking to see what's going on here, make sure I'm live and everything's good. Neuroplasticity is a new word, and from roughly 1970, 1975. It's a noun. It's the ability of the brain to change continuously throughout your life. Neuroplasticity, your brain. All right, so your brain was created by God for survival, and your mind was created for success. Neuroplasticity runs through your brain by your mind, right? The cerebrofrontal cortex is driving that train and it's telling your mind what to do or what not to do and conditioning your brain. Well, here's how we're going to take that word, that new word today, neuroplasticity, and we're gonna turn it around and make it work for you. So everything we talk about this evening is going to be under the framework of neuroplasticity, because what goes in your brain and what gets in through the reps and what gets in your subconscious will come out 100% of the time. 100%. It's the laws of nature. And so what I'm talking about right now is the repetition of neuroplasticity things to run through your brain. I'm not going to, if you've been following me, it's the 5Ds, it's the subconscious. We got that going on. But neuroplasticity, because what I'm going to give you today, I want you to listen over again, and I want you to start to think about these 5 mores in your life to thrive for 2021. And you know what? It's going to work in 2022. It's going to work in 2023. It's going to work in 2024, in 2025. And I could go on and I could count. I think I'm going to live to the year 2099, and it's going to work for me. All right. I don't even know how old that is if I live to be that long. But the first thing I want to talk to you about of the 5 mores, I want you to be more purposeful. I want you to be more purposeful. And it's probably the most important thing I could tell you, to be more purposeful, something to go for. What are you going to do in 2021? What are you going for? Forget they're telling you what to do. Forget the repressant. Forget the bourgeoisies. Forget what they're trying to make you do. Be obedient to God. Be obedient to your neighbor. Wear the damn mask when you have to, but don't let it stop your life. What's your purpose? Something to go for is your purpose. You have to have something to go for. High purposes for the future both push us and pull us. I want you to think about this. High purposes, something to go for. What are you going for? What are you aiming for? What are you going to do? Get out of that land of quo. Quit whining about it. Quit wallowing about it. Quit wondering if you're going to get the damn stimulus check. Go out and make your own stimulus. What's your purpose? Because high purposes push us and pull us. And I just want to give you a little good insight on purposes, because they do push us. They help us to look forward. Yeah, the purpose, to help the needy, to make money for my family. Maybe my family's the needy, right? I think my family's the needy. I got to take care of them. That pushes me. But guess what? The stronger muscles are pulling muscles. I used to work out a lot more than I do now. I do okay for 55. But any fitness guy will tell you that the pushing muscle is weaker than the pulling muscle. And this is what I want to tell you why purpose is so needy and so strong. And we need more purpose in our life, because it will pull us through the COVID schmovid. It will pull us through the storm. It will pull us through the rain. It will pull us through the downtrodden. It will pull us through the income problems. It will pull us from the pain. It will pull us from the suffering that we're going through. It will pull us, because if we have a greater purpose, it pulls us, and that's a stronger strength piece than pushing even. So we've got the push and the pull, and I'm just so grateful for purpose. I want you to be more purposeful in 2021. 2, self. And we know what my favorite subject is, right? Self. I want to talk about self. I want you to be more about yourself. I want you to be pounding your chest. I want you to be raising your hand. I want you to be saying more of me. Because you got to love yourself. When it comes to self, here's the 4 things I want to talk to you about self. Self-confidence, self-image, self-discipline, and self-reliance. If you have more of self in 2021, you're going to be able to lead others. You're going to be able to love more, and you're going to be more successful. And that neuroplasticity is going to start to stick tight on the brain and the mind and in your body. Confidence, self-confidence. Self-confidence is imperative. Now, you don't have to be arrogant. You don't have to be, nobody likes that guy. Nobody wants to be around the smartest guy in the room, but we do like confident people. I mean, I'm looking at my followers here, or viewers here, and I got to tell you, every show's went up. I mean, the last show we did, I thought it was a pretty good show. We did we had well over 1,000 views, and every week it climbs. So there's something about confidence that yields more confidence. I need you to be more self-confident. And how do you get more self-confident? Because how do you get more? To feel good about yourself. How do you feel good about yourself? Well, here's how I want you to go feeling good about yourself. Are you ready for this? One little trick I want you to do. And listen, anybody can do this. Even some of the people are at red lights. Even some of the people are in pain and going through things and have the mental depression. I go through it, man. Listen, I'm not perfect. I go through it. But here's how you win self-confidence. Here's how you move through self-confidence. You ready for this? Pour it on. Pour it on. Pour it on, baby. Oh, yeah. Pour it on. Pour it on. Pour it on. I mean, keep it coming. Don't stop going. Keep the feet moving. We were playing football. We had to keep the feet moving. We could never stop our feet. If we stopped our feet, we were going to be flattened. Pour it on. Self-confidence comes from pouring it on. I know you never heard it. But I'm telling you, I'm the pro at pouring it on. I want you to pour it on. I want you to be on it all the time. I want you to be annoying the competitor. I want them to say, when is he going to stop coming? Pour it on. Just pour it on. Because even if you lose, even if you get wounded, even if they call you names, even if they call you bald, even if they call you a wannabe, even if they call you whatever, just keep coming. Pour it on, because self-confidence comes from your ability to keep pouring it on. You end up feeding off of your own adrenaline. You end up feeding on your own inertia. Matter of fact, some people pour it on so much in negative environments that they become rewarded by overcoming the whole negative experience and not even winning the experience. I mean, we have to turn it around. Good friend Del would say, flip the script. Pour it on. Self-image. Look in the mirror, damn it. Love what you see. If you don't like what you see, fix it. Clean your face, shave your head, get your eyes fixed. Do what you got to do. Feel good about yourself. And you feel good just because you're not on the outside feeling good, but I need you to feel good on the inside on your image. And that's going to come from you doing the things you need to do the right way. Saying I'm sorry, saying I'm thankful, being grateful. Just practice the 10 commandments. Hell, that's the easiest place to start. Self-image. Self-discipline, plan what you do what you plan, and then plan to do it again. I'm not trying to make things oversimplified. I mean, I'm just telling you some things that have worked for me. I'm read a lot. I'm really try. But I know that there's a lot of you out there that need a formula. Self-confidence, more of it. Self-image, I need you to have more of it. And self-discipline, do what you plan what you do, and plan to do it again. And self-reliance. And here's this one I want to talk to you about on number 2. The last one, self-reliance. And I just want to keep moving here. I don't want to take your whole evening, but I just get so excited. I got to tell you, if you could see this room, how hard I've worked at this. Self-reliance is one of the biggest components I want you to understand for 2021. This is the one I screwed up in 20. Whew, man. Screwed up a lot in 2020. But one way to fix something, one way to find what works is to break it. Right? Hey, so I got a lot of breaks, I got a lot of fixes, but self-reliance here. And I can't tell you more about this than, self-reliance. Learn to count on yourself. Now, I'm the king of outsourcing. Matter of fact, I own a nationwide payroll company and human capital management company called Payserve Systems. I don't talk about a lot of my stuff very much, but I love that baby. I built her in 2003. That model is amazing, and it's launched me. And My wife is just the best partner I could ever have. And now I have another partner I brought on, Sam, and we'll bring on more. But before it could be what it was, or before be what it is, I had to be self-reliant. I had to learn how to scrape the floors. I had to learn how to program the computer. I had to learn, I had to learn how to process payroll. I couldn't just sell it. I had to learn. We have to become self-reliant. If we're waking up in the morning, every morning we're saying, who's going to do this for me? Forget about it. Because all the mores I'm going to give you, that one's going to just flatten them all. You're not going to get your self-confidence. You're not going to have your self-image. I need self-reliance. I need you in 2021. Please help me with this. I need you to understand self-reliance. Say it 3 times. Self-reliance, self-reliance, self-reliance. And once you have mastered the self-reliance out of your red light, out of your land of quo, once you've got your purpose and you're moving through it, you're going to gain self-confidence. You're going to help your image. And I'm telling you, your self-discipline's going to work you through it. And this self-reliance is going to launch you. 2020, I thought I could outsource a lot of wire differently stuff. I thought I was going to be able to outsource, even simple things and even large things that I could have a person for. But you know what? You don't create a company that way. God, Todd. You're so smart. You're so great. You blew it. Self-reliance. Not 2021. The screen you see now, I did it. The camera I'm using now, I did it. The intro, I did it. Right? Self-reliance. Now, do one thing great and grow with it. Okay, let's move on. We beat that one to death. Okay, preparation. We all know this show's about believe, prepare, attack. Believe, prepare, attack. And here's one I want to talk to you about, because purpose is about believing and preparation is about preparing. No substitute in 2021, my friends. You've got to do the reps. This isn't homework. This isn't an assignment. This isn't a guessing game. This isn't a multiple quiz, guess point quiz. This is life. And yeah, Todd's intense. Yeah. Because people count on me. And people count on you. And you want to be in a position, if you're wired differently, to have people counting on you. And if you're not intense, forget about it. just forget about it, because you're going to get lapped. You're going to get smushed. It's not going to be serious. And at the end of this, I'm going to give you the 5 gets. And boy, you better be ready for the 5 gets. So prepare. Do the reps, baby. Prepare for what you want. Why? Because if you're not, someone else is. Prepare for what you want, because someone else is. Prepare for what you want. Someone else is. I don't even think I have to say anymore. I have a quote, though. Let me see. I got a board over here. Preparation. Here. Natural laws do not reward those who do not prepare. If it does come, it's not kept. Natural laws do not reward those who do not prepare. But if it does come, it will not be kept. My point of the matter is, natural laws, if you heard my speech to 5Ds, I'm telling you, natural laws occur 100% of the time. If you prepare, you will receive. I'm not going to tell you what it's going to be, but what you prepare for is what you get. How much money you make is what you've been preparing for. What your family is like is what you've been preparing for. What your business is like is what you've been preparing for. Some of us don't want to hear this. What success you're having in your personal lives is what you prepare for. There's no excuse for not preparing for your wife, not preparing for your husband, not preparing for your family. There's no excuse. I know I'm yelling at you, but it's not me yelling. I'm just intense because I want you to prepare. And you don't even have to say whether you like me or not to know that I'm giving you something very valuable here. If you don't prepare, you don't deserve. Natural laws do not reward those who do not prepare. And if by chance it does come, it's not going to last. 100%. It's a natural law. Law of gravity, 100%. Law of attraction, 100%. Law of war, 100%. Prepare. Prepare, damn it. Quit whining. Todd, quit whining. You didn't prepare for that. You didn't prepare for that. Why should you get it? If you got a purpose, then you know what to prepare for. Come on now, somebody. Character. Character. What will you do when others will never know? That's just a question. It's just a question. What will you do when no one will know? See, character, I struggle with character. I struggle. I mean, when I say struggle, I mean, I really work at making sure that character works. I don't always have the best thoughts in my brain. I do struggle. I get mad in traffic lights. I get mad. I've had road rage. I say things in my head that are damn near evil. I mean, it's possible that you can not be all these things all the time for sure. And I'm just being honest with you. I'm just leveling up. Character. But what do you do when you pull the trigger? These thoughts are one thing, but when you take it down the street and you ran somebody off the road with road rage, that's not good character, right? What will you do when no one else is around? What are you going to do with that bank account? What are you going to do when your boss asks you to do something with some of his money and he'll never know? What are you going to do to get ahead in life when nobody's ever going to know? What if you just did this one little trick here and nobody's ever going to know, right? It's going to erode you. I'm telling you, don't do it. Don't do it. Character. Character. Listen, companies and relationships to me are the same thing. My kids are going to kill me. My daughter, probably if she's watching this, she'll say, oh yeah. But here's the thing. In 2021, I'm just telling you, it's just too hard. Most of us, listen, we can't separate business and personal life. They won't let us. It's probably never going to. Zoom's in your house. I'm sitting in my own studio in my house. My grandson's out there probably trying to get in here and sneak in. But it's okay. But I'm just telling you that we need work life and business, personal harmony. In relationships and companies that are built to win for the right reasons and the right people will prevail. That's character. Built to win for the right reason and the right people will prevail. And the last one I want to go over with is excellence. And I could just go on a tirade over excellence because even since I was a little boy, it drove me crazy. I was OCD back then. I'm OCD now. And excellence, excellence, excellence. Believe is your purpose. Preparation is your prepare, and excellence is your attack. And when you're ready to attack, you attack with excellence. But don't confuse excellence with going. Sometimes done is better than perfect. I don't want you to confuse excellence with not ever attacking. Because you can have purpose and you can believe all day long and you can prepare and do all the things you need to do to be prepared. But if you never go, you stay in quo. And we want to do it in excellence. We don't want to compromise our name or our family's name or our company or people that are associated with us. We're going to do the best we can because we pour it on, right? We pour it on. What did we learn? Where did we pour it on? We poured it on to get self-confidence. We're pouring it on. We want to do it in excellence. And here's the thing about excellence. If you want to live, listen, if you want to live in excellence, if you want an extraordinary life, do extraordinary things. Neuroplasticity. If you want to live an extraordinary life, do extraordinary things. And if you want an extraordinary income, perform extraordinary services. And if you want an extraordinary future, plan for it. Neuroplasticity. Condition your brain to get these things, to do these things. Don't just watch this and forget about it. Excellence. I want you to be extraordinary. I want you to be experts. I want you to be the best in your craft in the world. There's only one of you. The cocktail that's in your brain is the most precise, the most specific engine God ever built. You see, when you were growing in your mother's belly, you were cooking up 200 million neurons a minute. And by the time you were born, you had 100 billion neurons in your body. And by the time, listen to me, listen, by the time you were 5 or 7 years old, you had 1 trillion neurons, 1,000 trillion neurons in your little baby brain, right? That's not even a number. That's actually called a quadrillion. Now think about the cocktails that can come from 1,000 trillion neurons. Man, if you're not getting this, God made you specifically for this message right now because there's over 50 of you listening, and you need to know right now that you are special. You're the best in the world at your craft. You just need to have purpose, and you have to figure out what it is, and you have to dial it in, and you could be the best bank teller in Angola, Indiana at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. or 5 p.m. doing special things to make that specific bank exactly perfect for that specific shift for that specific day. You can dial it in that tight, baby. Nobody can do it better than you. I'm going to tell you right now, nobody makes a better donut in the world than me. Nobody. You know why? Because I'm purposeful about it. Nobody makes a factoring organization for me for the right time, for the right customer. Nobody makes a better payroll HCM service than me in the entire damn world. You know why? Because I'm purposeful about that. I want you to be purposeful. I want you to be self-confident, have self-image, self-disciplined, self-reliant. I want you to be 3. I want you to prepare. I want you to be more prepared. 4, I want you to be more on your character. I want you to have more integrity about everything that you do. I don't want to just jack around with 2021 because before you know it, 2021 is going to go away. And we'll get halfway through 2021 and we're all going to be saying, oh, I can't wait for 2021 to go away. My life sucks so bad in 2021. If I could just have that $600 check, I would just be $600 more. Now I know $600 is going to make a big day for somebody. I'm not trying to downtrade. I'm just saying if you work really damn hard at it, 2021 can suck just as bad as 2020. And if you don't have neuroplasticity and you don't think about what I'm telling you, you're going to be stuck in the land of quo again. So here we go. Let's wrap this thing up. I want you to be more purposeful. I want you to have more self-confidence, more self-image, more discipline, and more self-reliance. That's a big one. And then I want you to prepare more. I want you to be more preparing for what you're purposeful about. And I want you to have more character. And last but not least, if you want an extraordinary life, do extraordinary things. Read extraordinary books like mine, Wired Differently. And my new book coming out, Drift Again, 7 Traits of Wired Differently People. But in all seriousness, read more books. Read more books, get in there, mix it up, and do more. You got this thing called life. Those are the 5 to thrive in 2021. And I just want to close with this. The 7 gets to 2021. I'm pretty excited about this. I'm really excited about this show. It went very well. But I want to close. I just gave you the 5 to thrive in 2021. And I just dared you to leave the damn land of quo And if you don't know what the land of quo is by now, boy, woo. Wow. Get on the Facebook. People tell you, wired differently. Go to my YouTube, Todd Saylor, wired differently. Hit the join, subscribe button, and then hit the alarm. We're putting out new videos every week. The little dinger will go off, and I'll give you a shot in the arm, man. Because it motivates me. You're making me better. And I'm making my family better. I'm making my company better. I mean, you guys are pushing me. You're literally, I'll be honest with you, you're pulling me. Right? Because you are my purpose. So here, let's close with the 7 gets to 2020. When you're saying, Todd, how am I going to do all these 5 to thrive? How am I going to get more purpose? How am I going to get more self-confidence, image, discipline, self-reliance? How am I going to be able to do more preparation? How am I going to work and be better character traits, right? How am I going to have more excellence? How can I do more extraordinary things? I got it for you, man. Listen, I'm the go-to guy. Here we go. Here's what I want. And here's what I said to myself this morning. Here's what I said to myself last night. Here's what I'm going to say to myself tonight when I go to bed. Get serious, Todd. Get smarter, Todd. Get going, Todd. Get better, Todd. Get stronger, Todd. Get with God, Todd. Get serious, Todd. Get smarter, Todd. Get going, Todd. Get better, Todd. Get stronger, Todd. Get with God, Todd. Get serious, Todd. Get smarter, Todd. Get going, Todd. Get better, Todd. Get stronger, Todd. Get with God, Todd. So if you didn't get it, insert your own name. Get serious, Jeff. Get smarter, Jeff. Get going, Jeff. Get better, Jeff. Get stronger, Jeff. Get with God, Jeff. If your name's Jeff, I'm talking to you. Well, listen, let's wrap this up, man. This went longer than I always do that to you, but listen, it's overwhelming how many hearts and likes and viewers I have on 5 to Thrive in 2021. And I'm just going to wrap this up. Here we go. Neuroplasticity. The ability of the brain to change continuously throughout your life. We're going to come around this way, and I'll put you in the screen. Neuroplasticity. 1970 noun, the ability for the brain to change continuously throughout your life. Neuroplasticity, Saylor, you know what that is? Mm-hmm. What's it? Read it right there on the screen.
Neuroplasticity, the ability of the brain to change continuously throughout your life.
Right. So now that we understand that, we know that there's hope for us. We know that we can get out of that red light. We know that we can get out of this land of quos. We just got to change our brain to be thinking this way, to be more purposeful, Saylor.
Red flag?
He's fine. More self-confident. To be more prepared, right, Saylor Man?
Right.
To have more character, right, Saylor Man?
Right.
What's character mean?
Character means what will you do when others will never know, built to win for the right reason and the right people.
That's pretty good. But character means something that we pray for, you pray for, right? Be kind.
Generous.
And what else?
And loving.
That's right. And then we move on to excellence. Number 5 is excellence. If you want an extraordinary life, do extraordinary things. If you want extraordinary income, perform extraordinary services. And if you want an extraordinary future, plan for it. And last but not least, the 7 gets, Saylor. Here's how we get all these things to program our mind. Read it out, get louder, but I want you to insert your name where it says get serious, Todd. Read it as loud as you can and say Saylor. Get serious, Saylor. Read all those 7 gets.
Get serious, Todd. Get smarter, Todd. Get going, Todd. Get better, Todd. Get stronger, Todd. Get bolder, Todd. Get with God, Todd.
All right. Now put your name in there and say it even louder.
Get serious, sailor. Get smarter, sailor. Get going, sailor. Get better, sailor. Get stronger, sailor. Get bolder, sailor. Get with God, sailor.
Well, I don't know how you can close a year out any better than that. You got all the secrets of the sailor family. You got all our war chants. I don't know what else we can do but tell you we love you. And we just want to say that we can do this thing called life. We appreciate everything. And until next week, we're going to get serious. We're going to get smarter. We're going to get going. We're going to get better. We're going to get stronger. And we're going to get bolder. And we're going to get with God. Thank you all. Let's look forward to next week. We're out. Wired different.